With a few days under our belt using Apple's smart battery case, it's finally time for our full review. Welcome everyone, it is Andrew here from AppleInsider, and the new smart battery case is available for the iPhone XS, XS Max, and iPhone XR. Apple's case carries a hefty $129 price tag, whether you're looking at the big one for the XS Max or the smaller one for the iPhone XS. So throughout this video, we're going to look at not only is this a solid battery case for your phone, but if that extra price tag is worth it. And to start off with that price tag, we hear a lot of people comparing it to ones that they find on Amazon or eBay that are $40 to $50. Those cases are not a direct comparison. They are not certified, they could potentially damage your phone, they have smaller batteries encased inside, the build quality is not nearly here, and it lacks a lot of the features that Apple's case builds in. A more just comparison is to the Moment battery case, or the upcoming Mophie one that debuted during CES, both which carry around $100 price tag, putting Apple's barely above them. Let's first address the concerns of capacity. Inside is a smaller 1369 mAh battery, but instead of just one large single cell battery, there's now two smaller cells. Apple actually wires these together and lets them keep the amps the same, but doubles the voltage, netting 10.1 watt hours of power, compared to the one that they released last for the iPhone 7 that was only 8.98 watt hours. In our use, we got just below double the battery life when using the smart battery case on our iPhone XS Max. I'd say about 75% additional battery life over what we normally get. As always, Apple's case is well built. You can see on the bottom, they've ditched that big hefty chin that was there, and now the battery portion extends all through the body of the phone except for the top where it's flexible, which allows the antennas to get through and for your phone to be inserted. The bottom is nice and compact, keeps it slim against the phone itself, has several holes on either side for all the ports, speakers, microphones, everything that goes into your phone, and a lightning port. That lightning port can be used for any accessories that you've got going on, so headphones, CarPlay, all of those accessories will still work through that lightning port. A big differentiator between this and third-party cases that are definitely not certified. It also means you can use the same cable to charge your phone, whether you have the case on or off, and it even supports fast charging using a USB-C to lightning cable and a USB-C PD power brick. Using these cases are supposed to be dead easy. There's no power button, there's nothing really to know or worry about. You simply slide it on your phone and you're good to go. There's a tiny little charging dot on the inside, so you can charge the case by itself, which is good to know. You don't have to have it on your phone to actually charge, whether you're using it wirelessly with just a wireless charger or through a lightning cable. Inserting your phone, also easy. The top slides back a little bit, your phone slides down, goes right into place, and then you'll see the charging status on the top of your phone's battery capacity, as well as the battery capacity of your case. It also shows up here in Notification Center. Adjust the brightness a little bit. You can see we have the phone and the battery case's capacities available to you. Another thing that differentiates this from other third-party cases, you don't have to worry about LEDs on the back of your case letting you know what it is. You can see it right within your phone. Everything will charge your phone first before the battery case. So when you start charging everything, it powers your phone first, then tops off the battery case. You're essentially strapping on this giant battery to the back of your phone, which adds quite a bit of bulk. But it does depend more on which phone you're using on how much bulk is really being added. For instance, on our iPhone XS, it was perfectly fine. It didn't seem that much of a hassle to have this added onto our phone. It wasn't all that heavy. But when we strapped it onto our iPhone XS Max, it was a significantly heavier object that we had to tow around. That may be part of the reason why Apple never released a plus-sized or a larger-sized battery case until now. Apple made a bunch of improvements to this smart battery case from the original. The bottom just is lining up so much better, it looks more flush. It still looks like a little bit of a hump in the back, but not nearly as much as the original one was. It also still has extremely tight tolerances around the camera ports, around all the switches on the side. Everything feels like an Apple product. It doesn't feel as light or plasticky as many of the other ones that we've seen out there. It feels much more solid, and it's going to last a lot longer. One of the other big improvements this time around is it actually supports wireless charging. 7.5 watts, just like the iPhone does by itself. But Apple didn't just center a wireless charging coil on the middle of the battery, which would cause you to line your phone up awkwardly. They actually put it towards the top. So when you lay your phone down, you just center it like you always would, and you're good to go. It charges just like as you'd expect it to do. Again, first charging your phone, then charging the battery pack. Using the battery case, we got almost 3 days use out of our iPhone XS Max, making it through Thursday, Friday, and most of Saturday before we ever reached the bottom of our battery, and that's just using it as normal, which is pretty heavy. So the question is whether it's worth paying Apple's $129 premium or going for a cheaper alternative. In our mind, it makes sense to go with Apple's. It is better built, it lasts longer, it has more integrations with iOS, has wireless charging, lightning support that works with data and accessories. It's a no-brainer. Plus, with Apple's tight integration with iOS, the phone knows it's plugged into a case and doesn't turn on battery-intensive tasks, where with other cases, your phone just thinks it's being charged and turns on things like backups, which eat up a lot more power and cause the cases to last a lot less than you'd expect them to do. If you want to grab one, there's a link down below in the description, and let's hear your thoughts down in the comments.
If you enjoyed this video, like it and hit that subscribe button. Also, check out our price guide, which makes it extremely easy to find the best deals on Apple products, updated daily. Be sure to follow us on social media, and we'll see you in the next video.